Bienvenidos. It's the midweek and welcome to Medio Latino with your special guest, Jake D, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, Foul Ball Productions, and Draco. Pero antes, let's ride.
Esclavo de noche, nos habla con bote, nos hablan sus manos, noche tras noche, soñando con Carlos, cuatro charros, la cruz en sus brazos por vida con sapo, la cruz en sus brazos por vida con sapo.
Okay, bienvenidos. It's Wednesday. It is the middle of the week. It is the midweek show here for us on the Latino Slant. My name is Paulie. I hope everyone is doing great. And, there's that saying that you make plans and God laughs. So at the beginning of the week, I'm like, oh, yeah, we have a couple guests. We'll talk about a TV show, and that'll be it. Lord, little did I know that I would rant about a huge YouTuber person and get struck down from YouTube for my rant. And what I thought was a perfectly civilized rebuttal apparently is inappropriate content. Gracias, YouTube. Muchísimas gracias for putting this Chicano in his place. Now, I don't know whether I am going to appeal it. Part of me is like, I've already had my moment, the cathartic moment. I'm done, and I've moved on. And that was Monday. How was your week, Ben? That was your That was Monday. So yeah, I think moving on is the way to go. Once again, this is a Medio Latino. Please, if you're checking this out right now, and if you guys have checked out all our shows before, please share this link now. In a couple minutes, we're going to bring on our panelists. We're going to have some fun and good times. So yeah, one last thing about that situation, that scenario is, I left it all on the mat. I can walk away with my head up, and that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, for me, God, what is God given is my self-respect, and so I took a swipe, and time to move on. So cool. All right. Now, what else has happened is a few things, and I wanted to kind of give thanks. Hey, Thanksgiving. Give thanks to over 70 new subscribers since last Wednesday. What? Thank you. And if you are joining me for the first time, thank you so much. On this channel, not only do we have these live shows where we have different guests, but we have guests that are everything from musicians, interviews. I have pre-recorded videos on reviews of music, mainly music, a lot of music, because I love music, but also, too, some live performances of some of our favorite movies. And that was a big hit, and we're going to bring it back for Christmas. So, again, I want to, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Yeah, I would say at least over 70 new subscribers, and that was just from last Thursday. So that's for me, that's insane. Great. One more thing before I bring in two quick things, right? And we'll bring it up again later on. Is tomorrow night there is no regular Latino Slant. There's just going to be the X-Files marathon party. And we're not going to show one. We're going to show 3 episodes. Excuse me. That's what I get for drinking Topo Chico. Has anyone in the chat ever tried Topo Chico? I mean, this is the greatest mineral water there is. And this is the one with a twist of lime. Topo Chico con limón. Si quieres sal, pones sal aquí. And it's almost like an alcoholic drink. But it's also gaseous, right? It's mineral water. So sorry for the burps. Where was I? It's a good thing I write notes down, guys, because I would be lost. Oh, cool, man. Oh, man. Oh, I got an extra surprise there for you guys. I believe, okay, we talked about the subs. We talked about, oh, thanks. So tomorrow night, X-Files, 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time. We're going to go 3 episodes for you guys. We have guest panelists. We're going to have Loki coming in. We're going to have Purple Valkyrie, and then our regular panelists as well. You know, Thanksgiving is not canceled. Not here at the Latino Slant. Chale. That's going to be another Spanish word of the day. Chale. They're trying to bring me down, you see. Chale. So that's tomorrow nights. That's tomorrow night, the X-Flix and Chill, and we'll have we'll put the poster up later on towards the end of the show. Yeah. That's it. One last thing, and then I swear I will bring on our guests. Trending this morning, and unfortunately, a legend has passed away. And if you are a fan of soccer, or at least a fan of certain players, then you know, and even if you're not like a huge soccer fan, you know that Diego Maradona, they call Santa Maradona, Saint Maradona, passed away today. Passed away at only at the age of 60, apparently of a heart attack due from he had a brain clot that he had taken out earlier this month. And oh man, what a horrible way to go. He's a man's man. He lived a great life. I just want to play this cool tribute song from the band Mano Negra. This song is at least 30 years old, like early 90s. Mano Negra is one of my favorite kind of like, you know, post-punk rock bands from Latin America. And this is for you, Maradona. You were a controversial character. You were an amazing entertainer, and we salute you. Okay, let's play a little bit of it. Okay, all right. Because remember, we don't want to get struck down. I'm like becoming infamous now for getting struck down. This is Mano Negra, and there he is, Diego Maradona. And it was actually the great Stig Kenobi who tweeted, who sent me a DM this morning and say, did you know Maradona passed away? I'm like, what? Okay, that's Manu Chao singing. That's Manu Chao. He went on to have his own solo career. He's amazing. But here's him in action, man. I mean, this guy was a god. Rest in peace, sir. 60 years old. I just want to get to an actual, like, him moving his feet so you guys can see what a badass this guy was. There he is. Woo! Oh, we don't play. Yeah. Maradona, Diego Maradona, dead at the age of 60 from an apparent heart attack. He was in the hospital recovering from brain surgery. So, you know, the heart just gave out. That's what happens sometimes. But this is a song from the 90s called Santa Maradona, Saint Maradona. There he is. Oh, what a badass. I love his strides. I mean, for his body type, it was crazy. He was 60, Shellback. Very young. All right. I don't want to. I think we're going to stop now. I want to get busted again. All right. Yeah. Oh, man. That was great. Yeah. Rest in peace. Okay. Life goes on. Si es la vida. La vida es un carnaval. And we are just players in it. So he gave us a lot of great entertainment. You know, I can already see some of my panel, you know, some people are just, he had a lot of fans. Okay, so, oh man, I'm so excited for this panel. And please, guys, please share this right now. We're going to start talking about a lot of fun stuff. But let's introduce people in the order in which they came in. Premier from the land of Argentis, the land of lava and fire, Draco.
Hail, all hail everybody in chat. It's good to be here. Thank you very much, Paulie.
Thank you, brother. And my dude, the Texican, the Texas man, Jake D.
Hey, Polly, how are you, brother?
I feel great, man. It's actually the weather's beautiful out here today, so we had a nice walk already.
It is a gorgeous day here in Central Texas as well, my friend. I'm glad this worked out because it's weekdays during work hours are usually pretty tough, but hey, it is the day before Thanksgiving, so.
And I figured that might work, you know, for everyone here. But we have more people, so let's get on to it. Stop. You look good. You look good, Matt. Here we go. Foul Ball Productions. What's up, Matt?
Hello, Paulie. Thank you for having me, my man.
Yeah, of course. You know, this is the wrecking crew here of the Nerdrotic membership stream. You know, and then Jake D hosts us every Sunday. I'm like, man, I got to have these guys on the slant.
Happy to be here, my man. I was speaking of music. I recognized the song from your intro from one of my favorite movies, Repo Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
No one's gotten that yet up until you did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
Score for Matt.
I was like, I know that song. I was like, oh, that's when he's ripping off that dude's car in East LA. Yeah. I remember
that. and then you see like he takes off, but then you see like all the gente, like the familia, like just pouring out of the house. That's great. And the artist is the Plugs. The Plugs went on to become Tito and Tarantula, which you see in all the Rodriguez movies. Really? He's like the house band. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are those the guys? Are they the one who play in Dust Till Dawn?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Fumando marijuana.
Yeah. Those guys are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Tito LaRiva, who's from Texas, it's a Texas man. Tito LaRiva, the lead singer. He had the band. That was him in that song. He had the band called the Plugs, and they did a crazy version of La Bamba. It's so good, but It's like really, really like anarchy.
Right on.
Very punk. And that was like early 80s. And then he's still around, man. Okay, we have the great. Oh, this is a pleasant surprise. Listen, you surprised me. You said I like the show Gentefied. I'm like, come on the show, brother. Wes Moody.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? What an amazing panel.
I know, right?
Wes Moody webcast.
Hey, so yeah. Wes. I don't know a lot about soccer, okay, and I don't know a lot about him, but I was getting a very weird flashback to junior high school, you know, because this was the transition between, you know, when you had those short shorts and then they gave you the knee ones, and so I remember my mom, for whatever reason, she thought I was still growing in junior high school. This is a weird memory, weird thing to trigger, right? But I'll tell the story. And for whatever reason, she kept buying me bigger underwear too, right? So we would do our jumping jacks. And one of the, you know, the yell leaders up there, and the underwear was too big, so my junk would slide out of those short shorts when I was doing the jumping jacks, and the yell leaders would like see it and start laughing at me. It was, I don't know why they had those short shorts back then. It's very weird.
Nothing like high school memories.
Hey guys on the chat,
buddy.
hey panelists, panelists, put in your links in the private chat, and I will intermittently. I do have one wrench, so maybe Shellback will actually do some work for us. And I love you, Shell, but if you could help us out, that'd be wonderful. We have a lot of guests, and the guests keep coming in. This is like, the midweek thing to do before Thanksgiving. Hey, come on down. We have 32 flavors. Oh, wait, where did it go? Is it?
We lost Flava Flav.
Oh, no.
What's up?
That's a cool
Hey
hat.
guys,
I'm jealous.
What is going on with
Funny
that?
hats.
Wow.
Tricorn meets
a little
turkey.
shot over here while I'm on the clock. But I am popping in and say hello.
Okay.
Is that a sub sandwich?
Okay, I think he froze.
Oh no.
It's so funny to see someone. Yeah, your Wi-Fi is iffy.
Lost
Your
audio.
Wi-Fi está iffy, and también audio. Okay, he's just making.
Hey, it's super shot.
Guys, how's it going?
Oh.
Matt from Foul Ball Productions.
Sorry.
Whoops.
That's all right, Matt.
Sorry about that.
We're all multitasking. It's all good.
I was trying to get you the link, and I'm playing my video.
Nick, we're glad
What's up?
you're here.
Thank you.
What's up? Tough guy, Nick.
That
Yeah,
happened.
hey yo, I got the strength there, you know. I'm coming for you, Mickey. I'm coming for you too, Paulie.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, are you going to be able to get to your house as far as your other internet and your setup?
Unfortunately, not, because I'm working still for another hour and a half. So
Gotcha.
that's the
No
gig
problem.
going on here. But I thought I'd at least take a few minutes and drop by just to say hello and chat with you guys. Because the connection's shoddy, and obviously the timing is not ideal for yours truly.
It's okay, brother. It's okay. Just hit the mute when you're not talking, and we'll carry on, my wayward soldier.
All right.
Huh.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. So how's everyone's week so far? This is the midweek Medio Latino show, and because everyone here is Latino and it's the middle of the week, let's go. Just go around the horn real quick. How was your week so far, Draco?
Weeks hasn't been too bad. Been a bit busy, but at least nothing. When nothing goes south in a bad way, then we can always be happy that things are cool.
Oh, all right. Jake?
Oh man, I can be forever grateful and thankful this week for a bunch of reasons. One, my kids are in town and get to spend a lot of time with them for the next couple of weeks, which is wonderful. We got friends and family came over for a big pre-Thanksgiving feast, which was wonderful. And just overall in enjoying life. I'm a little late with my latest video because it's the Rosa episode of Doctor Who, and it's just that bad. trying to relive that. This news of Maradona today, man, that was tough. I grew up playing soccer.
Really?
And yes, absolutely. And one of the things I remember about that guy, I shared the image if you want to pull it up, but probably beyond just being an amazing.
Let me see.
Yeah, beyond just being an amazing player, this is the hand of God goal from the '86 World Cup. This is probably the thing that he's most well known for worldwide.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this. I was just a little Chico when this happened, but I was already following international matches, and this one I was old enough to remember and experience it, and all the other amazing things about this guy. This is the one that just it sticks with you forever. You can see he didn't put that one in legally, but
No, it was God. It was God. God put it in.
But yeah, this was one of my memories of that guy. And 60 is far too young, man. He was an amazing international player out of Argentina, and a guy I idolized as a kid.
Isn't that something? I love that. I love hearing about that. Before we go on with the rest of our panel asking about their week, I want to say hello to the chat, which I haven't done yet. It's we're all well into 20 minutes into the show, so I apologize, chat. But let's say hi to you guys really, really fast. Everyone who's in there, welcome everyone. Welcome Bone. Welcome Naughty Monkey Wrath. Let me get into I'm like looking it through at YouTube. This is always challenging, still learning the ins and outs of this.
Multitasking, yep.
Yeah, exactly. Multitasking. Welcome Bone. Naughty Monkey Wrath. Shellback. Old people need notes. I resemble that comment. Wookiee supremacy. Hail Wookiee. Theme Park Casual. And Theme Park just tweeted out the link. Thank you so much. And hail Parrothead. ¿Cómo estás? And of course, Captain Trek. And Chris the Bliss, I love his avatar. Hail, Chris. And look who just popped in. That's a classic sports play. Even a Yank who doesn't follow football knows about. Yeah, that's just like, exactly. So thank you, everyone that's in the chat that's joining us today. We hope that, we can give you some cool, entertainment, talk about some cool different shows, not your normal fandom stuff. Because usually when our Wrecking Crew gets together, we talk about The Mandalorian. And so let's put a pause on that, though, because I wanted to see how Wes's week has been going. ¿Qué pasó, Wes?
Doing great, man. No complaints. The weather's been beautiful, blue skies. It's been about 67, 68 degrees.
Wow.
So things are great. It's been nice to go outside and walk around and just kind of, enjoy the weather.
What a voice you have, Wes. You sound like a professional radio announcer.
See, that's what people were telling me for years, and that's I had people telling me for years that I needed to start a YouTube channel, and they would always say that.
It's almost like comforting. Like it's almost like when you usually tune on the radio and like that guy's just got that confidence and that comfort. It just kind of makes you like you just like tune in and listen. You have that voice. That's amazing.
Oh wow, thanks, man. Appreciate the compliment.
You got it, bud.
Yeah, I mean that's why he's one of the best here on YouTube, and as Culture Casino says, criminally undersubbed. I did notice an uptick a little bit, which is wonderful. And guys, if you're not subbed to Senor Wes, please do so now. I'll put that link in the chat right now, and I'm excited to get your take on the show because you said that you like the show we're going to talk about. So I'm like, well, come on down.
I love the show.
Great. Okay, and then finally, he's the new kid on the block here with us. This is Matt and Foul Ball Productions. Man, how was your week?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I went out to Fontana last night. You know where that's at? Out by San Bernardino. I went out there because my buddy Jared, who I do a show with, he and his wife had me over for dinner. I got to meet and hang out with his little toddler, which was really nice. I haven't seen them in, I don't know, for about a year. And it was great to see them. And then today I'm baking a bunch of bread for tomorrow's feast. So I actually might have to step away at one point to take care of my bread. But other than that, yeah, man, doing really well. Happy to be here.
I'm excited, and yeah, anytime you need to pop out, man, whatever. I'm just happy that you're here and chit chatting with us. Now, I did say that we are going to talk about. I threw something at you guys, right? A new show, right? And it's technically not new, right? But for us and our purposes, and the posters is our background. But before I do that, I know we are binded through the show The Mandalorian, and our wonderful buddy, everyone loves in the fandom, Senor Pedro Pascal, has put up a new Instagram photo, and I wanted to show my buddies. And there it is. It is Mando hugging Cardoon. He just posted this morning, and it says, "Friendship, hashtag this is the way."
Okay. Like,
All right.
I don't know what to do with that. Like, all right, Pedro, cool.
I only don't know what to do with it because of previous postings on messages.
Yeah, same. It's a step in the right direction, and I think if he continues in this direction, that's probably a good thing.
Yes, it's definitely better, isn't it, Wes?
Yeah, imagine that. Yeah, friendship is the way. That seems kind of common sense, but
So was there a history between him and what's her name, Gina? Like, was there like, other than the fact that they're just very different on social media, have they had any kind of clash or anything?
I don't know. Jake D, do you know of any rumors from that? Anyone report about that before?
Oh, my darn mute button. Yeah, they had, so back when there was all the dust up related to the pronouns,
right,
with Gina. So she, and this is the only interaction between the two of them outside of the show that I'm aware of. She put out there, on Twitter that she had talked specifically to Pedro about the issue of the whole pronouns thing that everybody got all wound up about. Her commentary was basically, she talked to him about it. She understood why he did it, but it wasn't going to be something that she was going to participate in. And at least in terms of public social media, other than this Instagram post, that's the only referenced interaction between the two of them that I've seen. Which, I mean, he puts this up, you add that to what she said a couple months ago. It certainly suggests that the two of them have at least a cordial working relationship, I'd think.
On social media.
I would imagine personal as well.
Yeah.
I mean, you work that closely with somebody, you've got to develop, some type of relationship. I mean, in the same way I'd call, you guys my friends, and we've worked together far less than the two of them. So this is cool, though. I agree. This is a good step.
Yeah.
I do think he might have defended her in a tweet as well when she was getting some social media backlash. Hey, maybe it's possible that they both, having received social media backlash, maybe they're bonding over that. I don't know.
If so, good.
Sorry,
Well,
just dropping out there, guys, for a second.
That support, that he throws the support her way because she is under fire for simply standing her ground.
Correct. No, I actually thought this was pretty cool.
I agree. And what I will say, I would say she's gone a bit beyond just standing her ground at this point. I follow her on Parler, and not that I have a problem with it because I don't, but she's pretty much decided, just fuck it.
Let it be known. Let it be known.
She's having some fun. I mean, she's not saying the things that a lot of the people are getting on her about, but
they're so wound up over it.
There's also been some implicit messaging in some of the things that she posted that it wasn't exactly a giant leap for them to say what they did.
Well, honestly, I know this might be like a bit of a judgment, but I think just simply the fact that she's on Parler would suggest that maybe she leans right. I think because it hasn't become a widespread platform yet, It's almost kind of like a risky thing. You're almost like putting up a bit of a flag by doing that. And the fact that she doesn't care, I think to me indicates she probably leans right. Not that should matter, but seeing as how it's like you need to be a detective to decide to deduce if someone leans right because it's illegal in Hollywood. I would guess that would be my presumption.
Yeah, I would assume so as well, but she's certainly not been some kind of. She's not the way she's been characterized. I guess it'd be the way I put it.
No, she's just not buying into their bullshit, which is awesome, which is really refreshing.
But also to say this, at least as far as Pedro, he produces more examples like this, and we can see that he is in fact following this way that he speaks up here. Let's reinforce it, Pedro. This is better than. I mean, one thing is what we're talking about, at least as far as his chat. I don't know. There's some speculation that he might have been partying, maybe under the influence, having a few ales, whatever. I don't know. But the thing is that that's certainly possible because that's when you come off like the most asshole. You let your inner asshole out. But the thing is that this is better. More this, Pedro. More this. Get it?
And Showback TJC
To me, he'll
says,
always be Pedro.
Gina could lean on me. Just saying.
I like your sentiment.
Common sentiment there. Yes, go ahead, Matt.
I like your sentiment. I think that's good. I like that you're, positively reinforcing like good behavior instead of just focusing on the negative. I think that's a good way to go about it, and I like that.
It's more that we need to do because we spend a lot of time picking apart things because these things need to be picked apart. They need to be dragged into the light and shown and laughed at and say these are the things that do not help us all go forward into the future as good people working together. No matter where you come from, no matter what you do, no matter what you believe.
Yeah.
This in and of itself, this is a good thing. It's just we want to see more of that. That's great.
I like that. I like that sentiment a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I had to give the Wrecking Crew. I had to give you guys a little bit of knowledgeable meat to chomp on.
Anytime somebody tries to take some steps to set things in the right direction, it's important to acknowledge it. And he absolutely did.
So let's reset. I really want to play, just because I worked so darn hard on it, I'm going to play our intro music again, and then we're going to show a clip of the TV show we're going to talk about. All right.
Bienvenidos. It's the midweek, and welcome to En Medio Latino with your special guest, Jake D, 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser, Foul Ball Productions, and Draco. Pero antes, let's ride.
Esclavo de noche, nos habla con bote, nos hablan sus manos. Noche tras noche, soñando con Carlos, cuatro charros. La cruz en sus brazos por vida con Gustavo. La cruz en sus brazos por vida con Gustavo.
Orale, we got 14 people in the chat, over 20 likes. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. I'm Polly. This is a Medio Latino, and as you can see from our panel of raza, this is the Wrecking Crew from the Nerdrotic membership that we always get together on Jake's show, and I really appreciate you guys coming on, and special guest Wes Moody. Gracias.
Hey,
so what I wanted to do was throw not a foul ball, but a curveball to you guys, knowing and trusting that you guys would be at least open to a different show. and the show is called Gentefied. And let's play a trailer from it. This is from their IMDb page, I believe. I mean, I can at least.
I like how we've had 2 sparkling water brands represented.
Right.
Wow.
The Latino slant only wants
Only tipo.
Oh, right. The show is called Gentefied. And let me stop this. And we'll come back to so let's get first impressions. We have at least have seen the first couple of episodes. Draco, first impressions.
I am really getting into the characters. I like the characterization, the actors that were chosen for these roles, and their direction is excellent. I'm beyond the mechanics of it because I'm interested in what's going on with these people. I can see them in myself and other people that I've seen. So at least as far as why do you get interested? Why do you get involved? Because you can see things in these people and you care about them. I felt a lot more drama in the first episode than I did, but once the second episode, I was really getting into the humor of the thing. It felt almost like it was a dramatic setup in the first episode with a few jokes thrown in, because these are the jokes in the first episode felt like jokes that known jokes, things that you tell in your family, things that you understand between people.
Okay, and Jake.
Yeah, so first reactions. This is a really good story about family and about the struggle of the human condition. And it, regardless of whatever type of, they've done some representation check boxes in here, but they've done it in a way that feels organic to the story, and it doesn't detract from what you're experiencing, which is how you're supposed to do it, right? So, and given the crew that we roll around with, I mean, I feel like I always have to address that anytime we're talking about any show. And it's, I mean, the first question we usually get asked anymore is, oh, but was it woke, right? And so people just sort of instantly gravitate to that, at least the folks that I talk to, right, within my sphere. And this show is, I mean, to me, it's not that at all. It's the struggle of a family, and they're a working class. Pop is trying to live the American dream for his family and give that to his grandchildren. And I'm sure we'll get some more background on his kids. Mainly we've just seen Pop and the grandkids, at least to the point that I've gotten to in the series. And I'm
all right. Save it. I want first impressions. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna cut you guys down a little bit. Much love, JT. Who's next? Wes.
I think you skipped somebody.
Oh, Matt. I'm not looking at the screen. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, whatever. It's funny actually. The girl who is what's her name? Lydia, the character that's the one who's pregnant.
Yes, the Chicana.
She the one there with the headbangers hugging.
Girl, or Eric who wants to.
Yeah, that one on the left. I actually know her. Her name's Annie. She's I work at a bakery in the Valley, and that's my boss's ex-girlfriend. It's kind of funny. So I've known of this show, and I've known of her character for a while, and it's she always talks so positively about it. So I'd been able to check it out kind of earlier. I only watched the pilot, but then watching the second episode to prepare for this. It's very it has a true love for its community and love for its characters. You could really see that a lot of these people are probably people that the creator grew up with, and it feels authentic. It's cool to see another side of Los Angeles depicted. I think it's interesting in that regard. And I've worked in fine dining restaurants for a very long time, so it's interesting to see that world as well depicted. So there was a lot of touchstones for me to identify with, and I was reminded, comfortable. You know what I mean? Like I knew. I was like, oh, that's cool. It's cool to see that on screen. So yeah, that, I mean, it was very authentic. Was my vibe.
Wes Moody.
Well, I've seen the entire series. I loved it. And so if I'm going to give the first impressions that I got when I first watched it, it really sucked me in. I mean, it's about family. It's about a generation gap. It's about tradition versus new ways. It's about book learning versus common sense. All of that stuff. It's about running a small business and the challenges of running a small business, and and kind of coexisting with this world where there's, you know, a different kind, you know, where it's kind of colliding. You know, the world is changing and the neighborhood is changing, all that stuff. I love it. You know, and it just kind of reminds me, you know, because I kind of, I guess in my earlier years, in my youth, I was a little bit more like the book learning guy. And my, you know, my brother would kind of be like the, you know, the common sense guy, the brother that isn't well educated. And my and the father reminds me a lot of my grandfather, who used to kind of put me down a little bit for book learning. So I related to it on that level. And the you know, the show's about the struggle to bring balance to those things, and how each of them grow. And I love it.
Yeah. So it's twofold, you know, really why I want to present this show to you guys. It did get picked up. For one, it got picked up for a second season. I don't know when they will start filming it, or if they have. I'll do some digging. But I think what everyone kind of just mentioned, right? Each one of you guys mentioned. I don't think I've ever seen a, you know, quote unquote mainstream television, you know, network. You know, this is Netflix, so now they're, you know, they're part of the mainstream. Depict correctly a Latino family in the U.S., kind of like with the same struggles that we all have as Americans. I mean, I'm so excited about this show, and it seemed to each episode seems to get better and better and better, and kind of like the first episode is probably like the most you know, dramatic, but the comedy really works. The grandfather is hilarious, and he rarely speaks English. You know, but the show's mainly in English, and you know, people in the chat are asking, you know, is it woke, you know, or is it they're showing too much? It's so funny, the knee jerk like Jake, what you said, we're just so shell shocked already. Like, another new show, is it woke? Is it this? Is it that? Oh, we're already with the negative lens. And I would, yes, Wes, it's balanced.
It is that, you know, you have the other characters, for example, what I just referenced in the comments, the militant Leslie. It goes into the pros and cons of that wokeness and the superficiality of it in that community.
Sure does.
And it also balances that with the more traditional characters weighing in and commenting on that. So it's very well done.
And speaking of, I don't know what it is about Kareem Martin, but I just think there's something special about her. You know, I love her character. She's a beautiful lady, and you know, the family. You know, she's the only female in the family. You know, active female that we've seen that's alive so far. I just think there's something special about her as an actor. So
I feel like I should know Pop. He's been in some other stuff before, hasn't he?
He sure has. I believe he's been in Narcos, but probably a lot of other stuff. So give me a second. I'll look him up on another.
I can do it while you guys talk. I got it.
Oh, okay. There you go. Thanks. Now. You know, there was one thing also too that Matt mentioned, as my dog is shaking away. He's like, "What are you doing on? Pay attention to me." Oh, and look who just joined the chat. Hey, what's up, compadre? It's Kai.
Kai, how are you?
Okay.
Every time I see Kai, I have to do this.
Yeah. Hey, he's right over my shoulder as well. So, I think there he is right there.
Kitty.
You mentioned showing a part of LA that is not shown because Los Angeles and Hollywood gets such a bad rep, right? And
Mhm. Yeah.
I almost have a real defensive against that, especially with people, with my boys in the fandom, and with actors. As far as Mrs. Slant being an actor and yourself being an actor, that's another reason why I love this. Now I will tell you that Latinos, Mexicans aren't just in Boyle Heights, but Boyle Heights is steeped in history of immigrants coming and going from over 100 years ago, Irish, Jewish, Asian, you name it. I mean, it's called. They named it Boyle Heights after. I forgot what the gentleman's full name is, but these are the descendants. This is their city. They have their own city hall. It's a very unique part of town, and it's interesting because they use that backdrop, the whole Gentefied gentrification. I mean, there's a lot going on without. To me, I've never felt like I was being preached down to.
Well, it's interesting because I've lived in LA for going on 10 years, and this feels to me like the city of Los Angeles. Like this feels like what LA's like true character is, or at least giant swaths of it are. Whereas like the Hollywood part of it, like while it is a big part and it influences everything, that feels more like the transient part, like the part that just kind of like is just flooded with people coming and going, like all over the country. They're all here for showbiz. Like that's like showbiz LA. You know what I mean? Like, Studio City, West Hollywood, Beverly, like all that stuff feels like showbiz LA. And then like what they're depicting in this show, which is like, like you said, Boyle Heights, but like, all in so many different directions, in the Valley and Alhambra and like all these other areas. Like that to me is more that's the true character of Los Angeles. And you don't really see that depicted much.
No,
really
no.
interesting to see it here.
You will see it depicted a lot in crime movies.
Sure. Yeah.
From a certain point of view.
Yeah. Yeah. You've been quiet there, Draco. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, you bring that up, and it's like the LA that we see is a produced version of LA. It's an LA that is not that. It's not the little small pieces. Every larger city has all these small pieces, all these individuals, all these families that make up the community, and that was such an excellent observation that Falball came up with, because this is a section that we don't see, and it's wonderful that I want to hail Limos, or what the director. I guess he's director and writer.
Yeah, I think it's a couple, Linda Chavez Limos, Mark Limos, that created the show together. The first time.
I think it gets back to them because it's that writing and directing that is really putting such a wonderful set of stories. And then he deliberately wanted to mix in this, I guess he's calling it a Rodriguez sense of humor into it, and that's what I was getting into previously. I liked about the second episode because I can see where he's going with it, and I was really starting to appreciate it, and it does make me want to watch more, regardless of the fact that it is a child of its age, that it has these elements of the current market, of the woke, or those if we call them check boxes often enough, and maybe they would be if you did not do the work, if you did not put in the care and the belief to tell these people stories, to make them real, to not make them caricatures, to not make them something less than just people.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was getting at when I said that it's done very authentically, Draco. I mean,
agree.
You explained it well, and that's all I ask for in my stories. Do it authentically. Give me somebody I can relate to, somebody I can empathize with. somebody whose plight that I care about, and they're doing a great job of that in this show. I mean, they really are.
Did the go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna chime in and say absolutely, I agree. I mean, when they do go to the parts, again, when they explore the wokeness and with the daughter, and her partner and all that stuff, and kind of they are honest about it. They're honest about the pros and cons of it, the superficiality, the virtue signaling aspect of it, and even the white liberals and kind of how it's just like a pose for them. It really goes into all of that stuff. It's very well done. It's very balanced.
Well, it goes to show you balance even within the family, right? Within the family, that everyone's coming from different points of view, but they just like you said, this is very much a family driven show, which these are things we've been wanting in the fandom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
So let me ask you guys this one, and then we got about 15, maybe 20 minutes left. I do like keeping the mid shows a little, short on the shorter end. Real fast though, the great Eric K is with us. Hail! ¿Qué pasó?
Hail, Eric K.
Yeah. Did the Spanish use of Spanish, did it trip you up? Was it a barrier for you? Or did you find yourself, having to hit the replay, or it's like, oh yeah, I'm following along. I get it.
I know for me personally, I know like it was really elegantly woven in there. You obviously, whenever there's I don't speak Spanish. So whenever there's subtitles, you do have to focus, but it wasn't the whole show. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Like I totally understand why people don't enjoy subtitled content, because it's like, you can't even look away. You have to watch the screen the entire time. So that can that's a little tiring at times. But it's kind of like you catch a rhythm with it, so you get over it. But with this show, I thought it was great because it used a lot of English. I mean, it was just exactly how I hear Latinos speaking in LA. Like it was like half the Spanish, half the half the English, just like the woven back and forth, up and down. It was just very well executed in that regard. So it didn't trip me up at all. So you almost didn't even notice it sometimes.
Yes,
well, that's the beauty of language. Yeah. Go ahead, Wes.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think it added to the story, honestly, because it is authentic, and that is the way that if you're here in California, that's the way you'll hear Latinos speak. You'll hear them go back between English and Spanish, and you'll hear a lot of Spanish. And so it didn't bother me. I liked it. I thought it enhanced the story. I thought it was a part of the story, and I thought it was a necessary part of the show.
Well, guys,
it wouldn't have been right in English only. I mean, really.
Really quick. Real quick, we got 23 likes. We have 18 people watching the show live. Dude, thank you so much, everyone, for being here on the Latino Slant. We are joined by some wonderful, wonderful YouTubers. Please check out all their links, all their channels. Let's all subscribe to each other, support each other. For together we shall rise.
Yes, sir.
And
rise together.
I want to talk about diversity done right. If you see the big picture here on to the right, did you get some info, Matt, on the grandpa?
I did, and I couldn't really pick out much. Like something that he was in Quantum of Solace as General Medrano.
Okay.
He was in Narcos, like you pointed out. He's been in. I think he's probably one of those actors that we've seen in so many little things, and it's kind of like it just sticks in your brain.
Did you get if he was from Mexico or not?
Oh,
so as you look for that.
He was born in okay, I'm not going to Tepic, Nayarit.
Tepic, Nayarit. It's okay. It's okay. So that's it. My point is that this family is played, which is we can say a Chicano family, a Mexican American family, is played by, and I'll go left to right with these people, these wonderful actors. A Chicano from LA, a Mexicano playing the grandpa, she's South American. She grew up in Miami, and Carlos Santos, who I'm a big fan of. We haven't even talked about him and his character. Carlos Santos is Puerto Rican.
Oh no,
he's also a stand-up comic.
Oh,
and,
wow.
He's been a comic now for like I would say 20 years, and you could see his comedic skills in this show.
Wait, the kid who plays the cook?
Absolutely.
The cook, yeah.
He's been in comedy for 20 years. I thought he's like 26 years old.
No, well, he's got a great look. He's aged. He's aging pretty good. That's Carlos Santos. And my point is that look at I'm not going to be a stickler and say why isn't it all Mexican actors or That's a diverse cast within.
Mm.
Do you guys understand that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And these actors, they don't come from these actors. Besides one, they don't come from East LA. It's a very particular. There's a colloquialism to talking. It's a way of being in East LA. These guys nailed it.
Wow.
So
awesome.
I just wanted to throw that out there as well because I think that's something that maybe there's just a lot with this dynamic show, and I highly recommend it. It gets better and better with every episode, and it like everyone in the panel here has said, it's really well balanced.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's bringing those various experiences in. I mean, for me, I didn't notice because these people clearly understood the characters, whom they are, and where they were going and where they were coming from. The motivations, the goals, everything that you talk about, and they're talented actors first and foremost.
Yeah,
clearly.
Yeah.
I mean, the only
one. No, from my point of view as an actor, no one stood out as not being elegant or talented at all.
Yep. Yeah, the whole cast is very good,
very solid,
and it's a show about a particular family group in a particular area, and I'm glad you told me to watch it, Paulie, because I probably wouldn't have turned it on. It just wouldn't have hit my radar.
Right, and as fandom people, right? It's like we're looking for great new content. It's like, guys, I have a few ideas.
Yeah.
Let's keep sharing these. Shellback, shut up, Shellback.
Well, there was. It's interesting. It's interesting that you
fight against.
It's interesting that you brought that up, Paulie. What their nationality is, because I think Margaret Cho had something. She did a show in the 90s and it was supposed to be about a Korean family, and there were non-Koreans playing Korean parts, and apparently there was quite a backlash to that, and she got really bullied for it. Well, she claims. I don't know if that's true or not.
Well, that's interesting. I don't know if this show would have been successful or would have been cast like this in the 90s. I don't even know if it would have been greenlit, honestly.
Oh, well, I don't think it would have been.
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I've seen this.
We've come a long way from no one in the family, actually. And this is another curveball is, Mrs. Slant just came in.
Mrs. Slant.
Hail, Mrs. Slant.
Hail,
Mrs. Slant.
Hail, Mrs. Slant.
She's like, I don't want to do anything with you guys. I got grocery bags. I don't want to.
Take care of business.
It just, if I know we use the word groundbreaking a lot, I find this to be on a lot of levels groundbreaking, but it's good. It's good.
Oh, it's
very good.
It's excellent. Going back to your question earlier, though, like this show would have been wrong without having the Spanish in it. I catch about 70% of it, give or take. I've got a decent background. I'm nowhere near fluent. You speak far more than I do, Paulie. But
Kai is a real speaker. Yeah,
I catch about 70% of it. So, which is nice because I don't have to stare at I don't like subtitles because I have to focus on them and it takes me away from the visual that's in front of me.
Totally. That's an art form in itself.
Yeah.
And it's filmed well. It's a good looking,
yes.
For it could be very boring. Like, we're in a restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, clearly they're not spending a ton of money on production, but the money that they are spending right.
So I'm curious to see how the show goes because, again, this was filmed, and there were some political jabs here and there.
They were subtle though. I mean, they showed Trump and they didn't even comment on it, which I was bracing for it, and then it just never came. And I was like, okay.
The hardest thing was the one time that
they showed Clinton too.
Yeah,
they show, and Eric uses a kind of slur to side. his cousin with Trump, and it's like, oh, I hope it doesn't go. I hope that's just color, because if it would have gone on much further, it would have been, oh, here we go. But no, it was seasoning. It was not flavor.
And what you guys were saying about the way it looks, I thought it was. It just occurred to me now. I'm like, oh wow, they didn't use any like identifiable establishing shots of Los Angeles. There wasn't like that bank building. There wasn't the Hollywood sign. There wasn't anything that would be typically associated with the look of LA. It was going for its completely own thing. I was like, that is great. I love that.
You give me goosebumps, man, because you're so right, and it's so important, guys, because it's what you're talking about is a perception. It's a different reality.
Yes,
and that's because there's wonderful views from Boyle Heights looking at downtown LA. They're just they're just different. They're gorgeous.
Because there's hills there too, and it's almost some of those neighborhoods really feel like not the Hollywood hills, but it's like they have the same like geography, the kind of the same setup, like the pushed away houses and the hills and inside the plant life and stuff. It's really nice.
So anyone in the fandom that comes to LA, I'm gonna take you on an LA tour. I think what we'll do, Matt, is we'll do a fandom LA meetup, and we'll go to Boyle Heights, man, and
that sounds awesome.
We'll chow down on. Cool. Yeah, they have some open. Well, we'll see.
Well, yeah, now who knows, right?
I think the taco trucks are safe.
Yeah, but no place that I would have to pay for chips and salsa though. When the brother suggested that, I was like, hey man, we don't do that in a Mexican food restaurant.
Hey, listen, bro, cross the line there.
Yeah,
that is crossing a line, man.
Yeah, hey, it's free, ass munch.
We had a couple people dropping in. This is the Latino Slant. The show is called the Medio Latino, the midweek, midday. We're gonna start doing this I've moved it to Wednesday, guys. Friday will be more of a one-on-one interviews, and this Friday I have Cameron Pasha coming on.
Oh,
we're gonna do a
outstanding,
wonderful one-on-one, and I'm to get his views on all things Cameron. So that is, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. No, I got to check out. I got to do a little bit of research. I've been a little busy. Guys.
He's good to be busy.
Sorry. I was just saying about Cameron. Just like when I was experiencing him through Friday Night Tights, I started following him on Twitter. Man, that guy's got balls. For someone who's a Hollywood writer, he does not give a fuck.
Yep. I want to say hello to Lord Thoth. We'll get you on the show soon, sir. I also want to say hello to YetiCast. Hola.
Hey guys.
And of course,
awesome logo. I love that logo.
I know, dude. We have some guys make some good logos.
Yeah.
One of the slant homies, the great Clobbering Times. He's got a wonderful, and yes, tip us, please. Thank you, Clobbering. Right on cue. Right on cue. Speaking of, guys, cool. I want to thank the chat and you gentlemen as well. I was happy to report last Thursday night we raised over $500 for the Children's Bereavement Center of South Texas with Nina Diaz.
Wow! And
we presented that the other day to them, and that's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
That's all you
very
guys.
Cool.
Yep. So. A couple other news items I have, just house bills here. So this Saturday, this Saturday, I'm all over the place. Tomorrow night, after you guys eat your turkey and after some people go to sleep, maybe you can join us for a mini marathon.
Cool.
Thanksgiving mini marathon. It starts at 9. I'm going to play not 1, not 2, but 3 X-Files episodes. We're going to start with Eve, the twins there. Then Fire. And this guy was such a jerk at his character. But the great Brad Dourif will be in the show the episode Beyond the Sea.
That's awesome.
This
is great.
Go ahead.
For clarification, is that 9 p.m. Pacific?
9 p.m. Pacific. We start. We have guest panelists coming on, and I'll send you my Discord link. I'm going to be playing these via Discord, and there's Brad Dourif as the serial killer who connects with Scully, and he's able to see the future on certain things. It's so good.
That guy makes a great serial killer.
God, all 3 of those episodes were amazing.
Yeah. So that's tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Everyone is welcomed. Check out all my information on our line. I think I have. Yeah, I have. So I love working ahead, guys. But this is me working ahead. This is the slant schedule. Wee. But that's pretty good. I'm writing stuff down. It's not all in my head.
Yeah.
So for this week, we'll have the X-Files tomorrow night, and then Cameron will join us special time 2 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Pacific this Friday.
That's awesome.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I think that's it, guys.
Oh, we gotta go home.
Oh yes,
Amazing show, man. I appreciate you having me on.
I think that's it. I wanted to let people know about what the Slanton's doing the next couple days, and I really appreciate the panel. I appreciate everyone being here, and we will go ahead and go around the horn, and you guys promote your goods, as they say. Let's start off with the great Draco.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you for having me on your show. Thank you for inviting all these wonderful guys and talking about some really quality work. I am Meteor, Draco Argentus. I do not have an active channel. You can always subscribe to me. Maybe I might surprise you in the near future. But I do hang out with Jake D on his channel, and we are also members of the Nerdrotic fandom, and we hang out on the Nerdrotic channel. So please, you find a lot of excellent creators there. A lot of people like Jake D, like Wes Moody's podcast. It's a wonderful fandom to hang out with, and you might find out something you didn't know about. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And before we go on, 2 things. We are just finding out here that I believe the discussion is that YetiCast just reached 100 subs. Congratulations.
Congratulations, YetiCast.
It's 103 right now. I just subscribed.
Yeah. Congrats, my friend. Congrats.
That
And
100's tough.
Yeah.
And amigos, we got a tip.
Boom.
Let us play.
Plug your ears quick.
Skull. Oh wait,
plug your ears, guys. These tip videos get kind of loud. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna give the new kid on the block the choice. What do you want? You want the guitar slap or do you want the grito?
Is that me?
Matt. Yeah.
I think in today's theme, the grito should work. Yeah.
Andale, here we go.
Yeah. That rolls. That's amazing.
Let's go. Let's go with Jake D. I'm gonna pull up what see if he left a comment. But muchísimas gracias, Eric. Thank you so much. Jake D. Get it, brother.
Hey, Polly. Thank you. You can catch me on my channel. It's Jake D. And to be sure you get the right one, it's got this logo on it right here. But we do a lot of coverage. I have a regular Sunday show at 5:15 Central Time, which actually most of the guys on this panel frequently guest on. Main topic right about now has been Mandalorian, but also general Hollywood entertainment news. And I am doing an ongoing series of stepping back in time to take a look at the first female doctor played by Jodie Whittaker and really comparing her to her predecessors.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's been a little. This week's has been quite painful because I'm working on Rosa, which is one of the worst episodes of Doctor Who ever to hit the television. Perhaps the worst. God, it's been painful. It hurts. It hurts. But, really appreciate the opportunity to talk about Gentefied with you here, Polly, because, like I said earlier, this is one that would not have hit my radar at all had it not been for you mentioning it. And it's not the type of show that I would cover on my channel for the same reasons I don't cover House, love the show, but it's not what I'm working on building. But it was great getting a chance to talk about it. And if you want to run through this thing again as we all finish the season, man, I am absolutely game.
Yeah, that might be fun. Okay, and then really quick, Eric K's comments with the $5 tip. What a great panel you have today. Thank you, gentlemen.
Hail, Eric.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the new kid on the block. Rocket.
Up and coming.
Hey.
Up and coming.
Thank you very much. And hey, man, thanks a lot for having me here. This is really cool. I'm honored to be here. My channel, I'm focusing a lot on The Expanse right now. I'm a super fan of The Expanse. I'm covering every single episode, talking about my love for it and conveying all that. And it's a blast to do. And starting Monday, if you guys love Christmas like I do, every Monday night, I'm going to be covering a new Christmas movie that I haven't seen with my friend Lindsay, and we're going to be doing a live streams talking about it and what we thought about it, and then just our regular show, and it should be a good time. So join us over there.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, man. No, pleasure's ours. Some nice insight you had today, man. And I was checking out your stream the other night with Lindsay.
Yes, Lindsay. Yeah, that's
very cool, man. So everyone, please head on over to Foul Ball and let's get him some subs. Let's get everyone some subs.
Here.
And dude, just one of my good new dude friends here on the fandom. Just I have massive respect for the great Wes Moody.
Oh, I thank you, Paulie, for having me on. Loved being on the show, and thanks to the amazing panel. Everybody, make sure that you're subscribed, and if you think you're subscribed to the members of the panel, double check because YouTube is a little weird with that stuff. So yes, I am Wes Moody of the Wes Moody Webcast. I talk about current events, pop culture, occasional conspiracy theories, occasional car talk, gaming streams, and I will vlog about whatever the heck I want to because it is my webcast.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on youtube.com/Wes Moody Webcast, and I also have a Patreon, patreon.com/Wes Moody Webcast. And what's different on Patreon, most of it's not behind a paywall, but through the different streaming services and video subscription services, you can find my content where I can use copyrightable material. And I recently did a live watch party commentary with the amazing chat, the best chat on YouTube, of course, of the movie Network from 1976, and we'll be doing more. We'll be doing more of those. Oh yeah, it is. It's amazing. Yeah, so absolutely, I hope to see all of you there. Thanks again for having me on, and thanks to the amazing chat, the best chat on YouTube. Thank you, my friends.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much again to our panelists. Please subscribe. Please support. I will be here tomorrow night with the X-Files watch party, and we'll get you all the details, but it is 9 p.m. Pacific. And then back Friday around 2 p.m. special time, 2 p.m. with the great Cameron Pasha. We're going to go one-on-one, and we'll have a great interview with him, guys. I want to thank everyone in the chat. I want to thank everyone new and old as far as subscribers. Like I said, within the last 7 days, somehow, by the grace of God, 75 new people. So there you go. And that's a lot of fun. And look at this. This is what it's all about. Just subscribe to Foul Ball. Hell yeah.
Sir.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Very much.
Good.
Hell yeah.
Deal.
All right, guys. Let's take it out with some music. Our theme song. Actually, we're gonna have our musician come on soon. The guy who created the theme song, Eduardo Fajardo, who's in Austin. He's in Austin.
Hey,
Dallas boy, lives in Austin now. The great Eduardo. So one of the things that I'm also working on for you guys is a Christmas show. But yeah. All right, everyone in the chat, thank you so much. You guys have a lovely rest of your day. Happy Thanksgiving a todos. Buen provecho, eat some pavo, and I will talk to you soon. Paz.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slam. Slam. All right, Paul, let's go.
welcome